Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who have the faith to keep coming back, thank you for being such loyal subscribers and coming back to my lazy channel. I barely upload. But enough about that. I'm here with part 2 of What If Deku Was a Hunter. Alright, the last time we left off on the part where this tourist was giving Deku a tour of the place. He is a part of the Draconian race. A race of people who are half dragon, half people. And I'll show you what a full-grown adult Draconian looks like when they go through a trial. If I could just find the picture. In fact, hang on, let me do so. This is what a full-grown Draconian elder looks like. They can grow up to 10 feet. Their wingspan is 2 times that of their body, because if you didn't know, every winged animal, all of their wings have to be like at least 2 times their body. So for 10 feet dragons, draconian people, or a draconian elder like the picture you see on screen, the draconian elder grows to be around 10 feet, and the draconian elder and the people of the draconian race, they can live up to be around 160. Right now, this draconian elder is around 140. 150, I think. Never, yeah, 150. So right now he's 150, and he has seen a lot of things ever since he was a young boy. But enough about that. We're on, like, What If Deku Was a Hunter? So that's just a little bit of background about the Draconian race. If you want, I'll give you a full episode about the background, the lore, what happened, and how the Draconian race operates. Because right now, I think I have that race figured out. The rest, however, I'm going to have to develop on the way. So, down in the comments, do you want a full episode explaining the background and a little bit of a story for the Draconians? Or do you just want the story with Deku? Or do you want Deku to be involved with the Draconians? Because, a hunter, a hunter in this world is pretty different from other hunters. They hunt down mythical creatures, they hunt down anything, and they get paid for it. Sort of like a bounty hunter. So it's a bounty hunting job, and a job that requires expertise, amount of experience, and levels. Because like last time in the other video that I said, which was pretty short from the regular videos that I do, the last video I said that the solo leveling universe is also crammed in with this one. It's sort of like a mess. It's like its own universe and its own existence. It has its own lore, it has its own story, its own background, all of that. So yeah. Anywho, enough about that. Let's get back to Deku. And I'll show you what he's wearing, particularly right now. Because I wasn't really satisfied with the clothing that I gave him, so I'm going to show you what he's wearing right now, or what he teleported in this world with. Just gotta find the right one. He spawned in, or he dropped into this world with this armor set. He dropped in with this armor set, and this is what he's gonna look like. Long hair, beautiful eyes, pale skin, black armor, shoulder pads, buckles all over the place, black combat boots, a sword on the hip, with fingerless gloves, I think, and I don't know what to call those types of gloves, arm guards, shoulder pads, and I think like chainmail armor and cloth underneath that clothing. So yeah, right now on the picture, you sort of see like a resemblance to a female, or, you know, that like feminine look in his face. But yeah, right now, he's gonna grow that hair out. He's gonna grow this hair out. But right now, what he looks like is like this. Same everything, but short hair. This is what he's wearing. So yeah, this is what he's packing. He's packing everything that I just explained. The sword on the hip, chainmail armor with some cloth underneath that chainmail armor, underneath the suit that he's wearing. So yeah, and I didn't look at my comment section today because I didn't think that anyone would comment on that video. Since a lot of people are very critical, or I don't know, they don't comment on my videos since I guess you guys don't see it as good enough to comment on. Or there's just something up with my phone or something up with my YouTube channel that I just don't see what's happening. Whatever. Anywho, back to the story. I'm trying not to sidetrack, as some of you say that I sidetrack too much, but I'm sorry about that. Anywho, yeah. So, darn. Darn, I sidetracked myself too much. Now I'm lost. Where was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Since I didn't see any comments down below about the name, or I didn't check it, I'm gonna just call that draconian member Deacon. Deacon the Dragon. The Draconian. Deacon the Draconian member. Yeah, that sounds good, right? Deacon? Deacon the Dragon. If you want me to figure out like a name or like a last name, like Deacon something, you know, like a last name, first name, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's his first name, Deacon. Then the rest of you can come up with a last name. So yeah. So he says, "Oh, I forgot to introduce myself to you, young lad. My name is Deacon Blank, and it's nice to meet you, young. What's your name exactly? Oh, my name is Izuku Midoriya. Nice to meet you, Deacon Blank. Ah, yes, Izuku Midoriya. Ah, yes, Midoriya. You can just call me You can just call me Izuku. That's fine with me. Ah, yes, Izuku. Anywho, why don't I take you down to my town hall? Why don't I take you to the town hall where the elder is waiting for you? The elder has caught news of a new arrival. Oh, I would really like to meet the elder of this small village. Yeah, our village ain't that much, but the other villages that we have, oh, they're bigger than this. Do you mean that your village has other villagers and they expanded out? Yes, a few villagers wanted to expand our land, so they made their own villages, but they're still connected to us. So yeah, as Deku and Deacon go walking towards the altar, or no, not the altar, the church, or whatever, you know, they go inside. Deku remarks, that, "That's a pretty big door. Um, why is it so big?" Oh, it's for the elder. You see, our race is quite advanced. Since, you did tell me that you've never seen the outside world, right? Yeah, my parents never really took me out all that much. I was more of a home trained. Oh, okay. So yeah, our elders, or if you're older than any other draconian, you're pretty much powerful than the rest. The older you get, the more powerful and the more devastating your power gets. So, the oldest here is the strongest here. There are currently 5 elders in each village that we are a part of. Oh, which elder is the oldest? Currently, our elder. He is 156. 156? How old are the others? Well, the second oldest is around 150. The second oldest is 100 and I can't really remember how old he was. But I think if I'm right, which is a wild guess, I think if I have it right, he's around 151. 151? Yes. Or I think that might be the fifth oldest. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Or, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my memory. Oh, well, that's no problem. I'll just guess that he's around 160, 155? Yeah, he's 155. The oldest is 156. Oh, okay, then I got his age right. Yes, he's 155. Huh. Now for the others, I can't really remember their ages, but that's the second oldest. His name is Dragon. Dragon? And the oldest his name, our leader, his name is, hang on, let me figure out a name. His name is Vicus. Vicus? Yes. Vicus, why he's named that is because he took down 100 Vikings all at once when he was around, when he was around 22. When he was 22, he took down 100 Vikings by himself. It was a hard-earned battle, but he succeeded. Hang on. As they walk into the gigantic doorway, they see a giant dragon sitting down in a chair. Ah, Deacon, is that you, my boy? Yes, father, it is me. We have that visitor, or the newcomer. Ah, yes. Come here, young lad. Let me get a closer look at you. As Deku feels a little bit intimidated, so he's a little hesitant to walk up. As Deacon, Azuko, don't be scared. He's not gonna hurt you. Sure, he may look intimidating at first, but once you get to know him, he's really nice and sweet. So, walk up. He's not gonna hurt you. As Vicus gives a bright smile. Come here, little one. There's no need to be scared. As Deku walks up, not shaking but still a little hesitant, as he sees the Vicus look down. Ah, yes. You are quite the looker, aren't you? Why, thank you, Lord Vicus. Now, enough with the formal stuff. I'm pretty much over that. Besides, I like to see newcomers. People like you coming to my village, I welcome them with open arms. What brings you here? Well, inside his head, my voice. Tell him that you're traveling and traversing the land looking to get a little stronger and become the greatest hunter around. Well, you see, I wish to become the strongest hunter around. to save the people from dark monsters that threaten the land and become the greatest hero. Oh, so you're traversing the land in hopes to find a strong opponent to train you, or a strong master, I presume. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Ah, then my guesses are right. Well, come here, little one. I'll take you to the training field. As Vicus gets up, standing up with his 10 feet showing off. Uh, uh, wow, they weren't kidding when they said that the elder would be 10 feet. Ha ha ha. Impressed of my height, are you not? Yes, it's truly amazing. I've never really seen anything else other than my mother and father. They are human, after all. They were kind of worried about me at my youngest stage. Ah, I see. Protective parents, huh? They wouldn't let you see the outside world, so you ran off, I guess. Yes. As this is all a fabricated story, he's just going with the flow. Well then, young one. I guess I'll have my best dragonites fight you. I guess I'll have my best dragonites fight you. As we cut to a picture, as we cut to, if I can just get out of that picture and find the right thing here. Come on. Here it is. A dragonite. Dragonites are responsible for going out and looking and scouting out the area. They come back with treasures, gold, and anything else of value. This dragonite is currently around 122. 122. He has not gotten his wings yet, since he is still young. To be classified as old, you would have to be around 133 or no, 139. 139 or lower. You would have to be considered an old dragon. And once you hit like 130, you would have to go through a trial in order to get your wings. All dragons, draconians, they do not get their wings right off the bat. They are wingless lizards, pretty much. They do not have their wings yet, so they have to go through a little bit of a trial in order to get their wings to see if they are worthy of being a draconian. Right now, he is 122. So this dragonite has seen a lot of things and has been through many wars. Life has taught him many things, and he is very wise and very, very, very nice. But although draconians live for a very long time, some draconians are not so forgiving and nice and welcoming. Some are very nasty draconians. They have seen life on a darker side. And those draconians are more darker, and they seek out destruction more than anything. So those draconians who are dark, they are immediately banished or executed for thinking such things. The draconians are mostly peaceful people, but when faced with confliction, they can become cold-hearted warriors of pure war and destruction. They are mainly peaceful unless you try and provoke one of them. If you try to provoke one of them, if you're stupid enough to provoke a draconian member, if you're stupid enough to do that, well then, I guess I'll see you on the other side. But yeah, that's what happens if you try and provoke one of them. You're gonna end up on the heavens or in hell, pretty much. So anyways, you see this draconian battling others on the training field. As the captain of the Dragonites says, all in line, the Elder is here. As when they hear this, they all stop fighting immediately, putting their swords away, getting in line, and saluting and saying, Vicus! Vicus, sir! Reporting for duty! Anything you say will go! Ah ha ha! Well, it seems everything is going well, I presume. Yes, sir! Everything is going as planned today, sir! As Vicus says, at ease, men. As they put themselves at ease and stop, like, doing that whole soldier thing, as they say. He calls one of the Draconian Knights and calls the 222 Draconian member. He calls him over saying, Young man, come here. Yes, sir. Reporting for duty. What is it that you need from me? You see this young lad right here, as he points down to Izuku, at his, ankle, right down at his ankle? Because in this, Draconians are a little bit bigger than usual. Like, for humans, in this world, everyone is around, 6'2", or no, 6'7". So, 6 feet, 7 inches. That's the average height for everyone in this world. He's a little shorter. Huh. Well, he's a little short, don't you think? Yes, he is shorter than most, but I'm sure he'll grow. After all, I see promise in this young lad. Tell him your dream. I wish to become the strongest hunter and become the greatest hero to save others from trouble and monsters that threaten the life of others. Ah, what a courageous dream you have, young man. Huh. Vicus, so you see, my boy, I want you to train this young lad in everything that you know. Train him how to wield weapons properly, since he says that he wants to become the greatest hunter. As everybody knows what a hunter is supposed to do. Like I said, they are hunters that hunt down the supernatural. They hunt down they hunt down mythical creatures like the Wendigo, Bigfoot, or a Sasquatch, a Yeti, ghosts, all that stuff, the supernatural stuff. They hunt down, evil spirits, they hunt down demons, they take down dragons, like the one that I described in the, last What If, The one that faced off against the Bison God? Yeah, that one. Dragons like those that threaten the life of everyone. Alright, young man, I guess I'll teach you everything that there is to know about the draconian way of fighting, or how to take down a dragon. Because draconians have learned how to take down a full dragon, like an adult dragon. Draconians, they live long, but an actual, a full-on dragon, like a quadruped dragon, like a full dragon that can breathe fire, roar, and speak, like Smaug from, I think it's Lord of the Rings, right? Or The Hobbit, I think. You know Smaug, the dragon. Yeah, something like that. So yeah. Anywho, first off, as we skip to about, I would say about 2 years later. That's a big time skip, by the way. 2 years. And now we shift on to, if I can get out of this thing here, come on, go up, come on, load in, no, go up, no, I'm on the wrong one, dang it, it's this one, come on, come on, come on, scroll down, come on, man, here it is. We skip to a 22-year-old Deku. Darn, I don't know what I'm saying. Just go with it, okay? Time goes by fast. So by the time that we had the time skip, just ignore me saying 2 years, okay? Just ignore that. We skipped to like Deku being like, what, 19? So this is like Deku 19 years old. And back in the MHA universe, it's been like what? It's been like what? He's 13, now he's like 15, 19. Hang on, let me do the math. Okay, that's 6 years. That's a 6 year time skip. So over the years, Deku has been like learning everything that they given him, teaching him from sword play, how to wield a sword properly, and building up his endurance to like damage, like repeatedly punching him, throwing rocks, making him crawl on like sharp rocks, and dumping salt water on his body, making the pain even more unbearable. But he makes sure to endure it all to build up his endurance to damage. He punches bricks. He punches like stone bricks until the point where his knuckles start bleeding, and then he starts breaking his bones to build up his endurance to like resisting to breaking his bones. So his bones don't break easy. It's gonna take like a lot of force and a lot of effort to break a single one of his bones. He's broken every one of his bones through the 6 year time skip. So all of his bones are amplified in strength and endurance. So breaking his bones are gonna cost like a little bit of effort and strength and all of that just to break one of his bones. So yeah. Anywho, his sword play is like really good. So yeah, his sword play is up to the skill of next to near master, but not all the way to a master level of like experience. Experience wise, he has like a good amount of experience to like to be considered a master of the sword, but technically he's not really a full-on master of the sword. So, yeah. Uh yeah. He's been working on his fighting styles. He has something closer to his like shoot style. Something close to his shoot style that involves kicks, drop kicks. He's been working on climbing mountains, running up mountains, doing parkour. And like Bruce Lee, you know how his strength is so much to his like physical look? Like when you look at Bruce Lee, you're not thinking, "Oh, this guy won't pummel me." He looks fairly weak since his muscles are so like small, but when he punch I've heard somewhere like there's this technique. I've heard somewhere like if you're like doing something and your brain is telling you that you need more strength, or you're telling your body that you need more strength instead of physical look, well, he does that training. He tells his body that he needs more strength without having the physical look of having more strength. Like a bodybuilder. A bodybuilder has physical look. He looks very strong, but in reality, I don't know, I don't care, but in reality, probably wouldn't hit as hard as Bruce Lee would, a bodybuilder wouldn't like hit as hard as Bruce Lee would, but the punch would be considerably strong, but the physical look is just too much. If you have too much muscle, you won't be able to have maneuverability. So he's fairly built, but he's also very slim. So he did that physical training of I need more strength without having that physical look of strength. So each time he tells his body that he needs more strength instead of having more physical muscle mass. So his muscle mass is smaller, but his strength is absolutely strong. I'll be right back. Gotta do something. Had to go take a leak. So yeah. So the sword that you see on his hip, this sword right here, he has that on his hip. The armor on his arms, the shoulder pads, the belts, the Velcro, all of this, the lace-up combat boots, the knee pads, elbow pads, shoulder pads, a chest piece underneath all this clothing. Like, he has super thin armor that goes under this clothing, but extra armor on his arms and on his legs. The exterior armor goes over his calves, covers up his privates and his butt. He has knee pads and leg armor that goes over his calves and over the front, over the top of his foot. So yeah. So he has all that. He has the leg armor that goes over his foot, the calf armor that wraps around his legs, knee pads, thigh armor that wraps around his thighs and hooks onto the crotch piece or whatever, an armored skirt that covers up his front and back, that buckles like, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And then all that. And he looks like this. His eyes turn yellow, his hair turns black. His skin becomes more pale since he's like constantly losing blood at some point. So his skin is naturally pale now since he's like losing blood every now and then each time when he's training. So his skin turns naturally pale. So it's permanently naturally pale. So yeah. So yeah, that's his training. Now we go on to like Deku defeating 3 draconian knights. He takes them both down with ease, tripping them up with his sword. Then after that, one of the draconians come up with a swing. Deku just, like with an open palm, slaps the sword. With an open palm, he pushes the sword back, nearly bending it in half, or snapping it in half, but it bends and warps. It bends and warps. You just see the hand mark on the blade where the fingers are. So yeah, his strength is overwhelming, next to the same strength as a draconian. Not to the level of a draconian knight, but it's going to get there at some point later on in the series. Now it's winter. It's going to turn into winter now. We go on to the winter season. As the first fall leaf finally falls off the last tree, they get ready to stock up on food and everything else that they need. The hunters, or the regular hunters of that little village, goes out hunting for food. They hunt out a few like pigs or warthogs, different deer, magical deer, resources, all that stuff. So they go out hunting for all of this resources, all that. So yeah. Hang on. Gotta get a drink. I'm a little parched. comment down below what is your favorite drink or pop or soda. Soda, pop, whichever one. What is your favorite beverage? Mine is Pepsi. This video is not sponsored by any other company. Not by Coca-Cola, Pepsi, none of that. It's not sponsored. I'm just remarking what is my favorite drink. You guys too. What is your favorite drink or your favorite chips? I want to get to know you guys more. So comment down below. What's your favorite type of food? So yeah, I'm up in Canada. Let me know. When are you guys from different states, like up in the US or UK? I'm up in Canada. But yeah. Anywho, back to the story. Don't want to get sidetracked again, because most of you guys keep saying that. I say most when only 2 people said that. So anyway, yeah. So when the hunters come back, they see Deku. Deku with his black hair and a hat. If you've seen the leather hat from my other, what if, the part 1 to this one, if you've seen that leather hat, keep that one. That leather hat, that black leather cowboy hat, yeah, keep that one in. And he's wearing that atop all of this armor. So you see the outfit that he has, put that leather hat, and that just, my god, that just completes the outfit. That leather hat. If only the picture had that hat. If only this picture had that hat, it would just, oh my god, that would just complete my entire outfit look. But still, it's a what if. So you're gonna have to imagine the hat with this outfit. And tell me down below, does that not look kick-ass? Does not this outfit look kick-ass with that hat? Ah, god, it just felt like a bug flew in my ear. Oh god, dude. Oh. Oh. Oh, whatever. So yeah, they see Deku carrying a deer in one hand and dragging the tail of a warthog by the other. He's dragging the deer by the horns with one hand over his shoulder, and he's dragging the tail of a warthog that is a decent size. If I were to compare it to this picture, the warthog would come to his shoulders. The warthog's back would come to his shoulders, and the deer's head would go over his head. It would be 2 feet above his head. So yeah. So these animals are 2 times bigger than any other human. They're 2 times bigger, they're stronger. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot to do something with the solo leveling part, the aspect. So yeah, through the years, Deku has been leveling up and getting XP. So this is his stats now. Everybody take note. This is his stats, and later on I'm going to reveal his stats again. Okay? So the stats are, he has 100 strength, he has 100 strength, 200 in speed. Yeah, he has 100 strength, 200 in speed, 103, 101 in sneak, which is a skill, 101 in sneaking, or sneaky, so he's pretty much a ninja. He would be standing right next to you and you wouldn't notice. That's how sneaky he can be. And, what else? Intelligence. He has about 105 in intelligence. So he's pretty damn smart. So, like I said, it's gonna be sort of like solo leveling. So he's gonna have like summons like Sung Jin Woo. But I'm not gonna give him like 100 soldiers or something like that. I'm not gonna give him like that. I'm gonna give him OP characters. I'm gonna give him OP summons from solo leveling. And it's not what you think it's gonna be like Beru, Iron, Tusk, none of that. It's not gonna be those guys. It's gonna be something way different. So yeah, for stamina, that that is like 1,000 stamina. So he can keep going for like a decade, pretty much. He can get pretty. His stamina is pretty endless, I would say, but it comes to a halt at some point. Oh my god, I'm getting lazy. No, I'm gonna redo all that. He has 100 strength, 100 speed. He has 100 intelligence, around 300 stamina, endurance, 400 endurance. Uh, Overall, sensing abilities, all of it is increased over 100 into the thousands. Not, yeah, no. They're all 100. Everything is maxed out to like 1000. So like sensing, like what would I say? Like sensing, like if he would sense your like chakra or your energy, he can sense it from like 7 miles away, and he would know you're coming right away. He would sense you immediately. There's no delay. There's nothing. He would sense you immediately and know that you're coming from 7 miles away. It's not even faint. It's like immediate. So the minute he senses you, he already knows that you're coming. Uh, his smell, he can smell up to 2 miles away, and for like vibration sensing, he can feel a tap on the floor from like, I would say half a mile away. And if you were to make it past all of this like overpowered sensing ability, he would already sense you from half a mile away if you were walking on the ground or running on trees like a ninja. His sight, he can see up to, I would say, 7 football fields. He can see you from 7 football fields. And if you know how far football fields go, you know that's pretty big. So he can see you from a distance, like really far, without binoculars. But although it does get pretty blurry when he has like dry eyes, so yeah. So after that, he goes up to Vicus. He says, in a rather modest tone, or like, how would I say this? Like a warrior tone. He said, Vicus, I have returned with the meat and the food. Ah, Zuko, my boy, good work. Your payment is 200 gold, 300 silver, and 100, what's that metal called again? What's it called again? Copper. And, 100 copper. So, right now, Azuko is pretty rich. He's been doing jobs for other villages, like the other elders. He's been doing jobs for them, been doing like hunting quests, and getting like a ton of gold. And his rank of hunting, his rank is around, I would say, a mid S rank level. Around the bottom tier S rank, there's like higher tiers, like levels of S rank. There's level 1 S rank, you're still classified as high tier since you're an S rank, but in the S rank class, there are like levels, like level 1. Level 1, you get pretty good stuff, but like at level 10, you are regarded as the most highest hunter around. Level 10 S rank is regarded as the highest level of S rank. But for a level 1 S ranker, you're still regarded as an S rank and you get like modest amount of gold. Like if you're an S rank and you're level 1, you get 100 of everything. 10, you get 1,000 of everything. 1,000 gold, 1,000 silver, 1,000 copper. Pretty simple. And you get to choose what you keep from getting these like rewards. You get like rewards from the system, and it's like AI. It has like an AI function which Deku has not activated. It keeps like notifying like Azuku, would you like to activate the AI function to help you? And he keeps like saying maybe. He clicks the button that says maybe later. Hang on, gotta get another drink. I'm parched again. Sorry, guys. Oh, God, that is good. But yeah, you guys get where I'm going with this. So yeah, he says, Vicus, I think it's about time that I start sprouting my own wings and flying off to other places to get new opportunities of work. I hope that this doesn't uh, hurt our relationship in any way. I still wish to be your friend. Of course. I realize now that you need to sprout your own wings and fly off and see other opportunities of work. Of course, you can go off now. Besides, we did give you a nice home, after all. And, of course, the people are going to miss you. Yes, I know. The people are going to miss me. But I'll promise to send letters and write you. Ah, alright then, young Izuku. We'll have a carriage waiting for you outside in an hour. Grab all your things. We'll grab all your things for you and load it up in the carriage. And we'll give you some of our highest horses that can go for a long distance. Thank you. Thank you very much, Vicus. You are like a father figure to me. And this entire village is like my family. I'm gonna miss you very much. And I appreciate everything that you've ever done for me. And I promise you that I'll come back one day. Ah, yes, Izuku, I see you as my own son, as my real son. And I'm sure my son sees you as his older brother or younger brother. Deacon. Ah, yeah, Deacon. I remember Deacon very much. I see him as my younger brother as well. Uh, maybe I can ask him if he wants to come along. Yes, maybe you should. After all, I think Deacon needs the experience of the outside world as well. And I have prepared you for entering the outside world, have I not? Yes, you have. Alright then, Izuku. You may go. As he says, thank you, Vicus. As he bows and he turns around and walks out of the office. As he says hello to some of the villagers, he says hello, giving them a helping hand, helping them carry stuff, building things, loading up like wooden planks, building houses, you know. He's been doing this for quite a long time. So a lot of the villagers know who he is. So yeah. As later on that day, everyone has caught wind that Azuku is leaving. So they're all at the front gate, preparing to leave him off. As soon as Deacon catches wind of this, he goes off to his father saying, "Where is Azuku going?" "He's leaving." "Leaving? Why?" "He needs his own experience of the world. We can't keep him forever, you know. He needs to go off and explore, discover who he is, who he wants to be. We cannot keep him here forever. I realize that now. Everyone needs to sprout their wings and go out into the world and find out who they are and what they will become. Most of my friends have done that, and they have discovered themselves, and they realize who they are. And it's about time that Izuku does the same thing." "Father, I know it's a ridiculous request, but may I go with Master Izuku?" Uh, yes. Yes, you may, my son." "Thank you. Thank you so much. I promise you, you won't regret this." "I know I won't. Now go off and get your stuff. I'm pretty sure he's leaving right about now. Or just getting ready to leave." Yes. Thank you, Dad. Thank you very much." As he runs out of the door, going to his house. "Oh yeah, since it's been like he's like 120, 123, I think. I don't know. We'll just go with it. 123. Azuku is like 19. So yeah. He's not ready to get his wings yet, but when he turns 30, he has to go back 130. He has to go back to his village and go through the trial. And once that happens, he will be able to fly through the sky and, help out Izuku more. So yeah. And all the while, Deacon has been getting up his strength. His scales are tougher than anything else. Most swords cannot penetrate his scales. His teeth are sharp enough to tear through flesh as if though it was paper. His bite force is enough to crush bones into dust. So yeah. If you can hear my sniffling, I don't know why that's happening. Let me just grab my thing. Gotta undo this and... Oh my god, that is... Oh. Oh, that's tough. But yeah. Let's switch to something else. So through the years, Deku has met the Bison God. That's not him. That's not him. He's met the Bison God. When he first met him, he asked if they could spar. The Bison God was pretty intrigued by this mortal, so he agreed. Their first fight went well. The Bison God was actually pretty impressed with this mortal's pure strength and power. So he kicked it up a few notches, and they were going for a full-out battle. They went for 2 hours straight. 2 hours later, they were both beaten and scratched up. Izuku was more the worst. He was bloody. He was scratched all over the place. Blood trickling out from his cut wounds and blood leaking from his forehead. While the Bison God had only a few scuffs, a little bit of a scratch, and that was pretty much it. He was all scuffed up and dirty, but that was it. Izuku was more the one getting the beating. So yeah, after that, Nezuko finally like passed out in defeat. And once that happened, the Bison God caught him and rested him down in a bed. And yeah, he rested him down in a bed. And yeah, when he woke up, the Bison God is like, "Boy, your strength is quite impressive, I might add. No mortal has ever came close to that level of power before, ever since I've seen that one hero." Huh. What do you mean? Oh, well, there was this one hero I faced off against that actually came up pretty close to my power. But since he was a mortal human, he died long ago. That happened around 240 years ago. Ever since then, a lot of people have came close to my power, but not as close as he did. And through the years, all those people have died. But you, my friend, you nearly came close to his record of holding out in a fight. I'm impressed. Truly, I am impressed. For giving me such an experience of old memories, I'll give you my blessing. Oh, what blessing is that? Why, the blessing of the Bison God. This blessing works like this. If you have my blessing and my respect, which you already had, you will gain 100 strength. 100 strength, as 200 strength is now added to his level. His level of strength is now added up to 200 strength. Wow, I know. Pretty impressive, is it not? Now, go off, little one, and find out your own path and become stronger. Maybe one day me and you could have that second rematch and see who's really stronger. Ha ha! You bet I'm up for that challenge. As the Bison God, I really don't know what to call him. Somebody, for the love of God, please give me a name for this god of the Bisons. So yeah. So now that we moved on to when he's 19, he now looks like this. He now looks like this, his hair reaching his shoulders, in fact, going past his shoulders and down to the bottom of his shoulder blades. His hair is like this, styled in the same way on the picture, moved to the sides, and splitting right down the middle. His armor is beaten and scratched, so he ordered a new and improved, better version of his old armor. And once that happened, the new and improved armor is better, more durable, stronger defense, and better strength on the material. The better material on it is from the Bison God. The Bison God allowed one of his angelic bisons to be killed. And once that happened, he allowed the leather to be constructed into a very durable, strong armor. So yeah. So my nose is starting to get really plugged up and my voice is starting to get bad. So yeah. Anywho, that's what happened. Now we cut back to the present. Deku is just now getting onto his carriage, or his yeah, his wooden carriage with his suitcases, his like uh his like treasure boxes filled up with his money, loot bags filled up with necklaces, rings, crowns, jewelry, money, all of that stuff is put in bags and put in the back of his carriage. So yeah. So yeah, he gains a skill called Black Hole Inventory. Black Hole Inventory is when he puts an item inside of the black hole and it's inside of its own dimension. So he puts his money, all of his valuables inside of the black hole inventory. So yeah. Sorry if I don't sound in the best of shape. My nose is starting to get plugged up for no reason. Yeah. Oh, looks like I'm starting to get close to my little goal here on the side. You guys see the timer on here? You see this timer? Or I can use this to like direct where am I going. So like this. So his shoulder pads like right here. Go all the way down right here. Yeah, I can use this to like point out areas that I'm looking at. So you can get like a reference. But yeah, I'll make sure to do that later on in the future. So yeah. Anyways, as Azuko is getting ready to leave, he hears, Azuko! Lord Azuko! As he looks off into the crowd, he sees Deacon rushing through the crowd. Deacon? Is that you? Azuko, wait! I want to come with you! Uh, I wasn't expecting this. Please, Azuku, allow me to come with you. I wish to travel with you. I've heard of your goal ever since that first time we met, and I wish to become strong like you and be your partner. So, please, allow me to come with you on your adventure to become strong. Please. As he gets down on his knees, getting in putting his head to the floor, saying, Please allow me to come with you on your amazing adventure. Uh, okay, you can come with me. Really? Yes. Come on, load up your stuff in the back, and we can get going. As Deacon is excited, he scrambles to grab his suitcases and puts them in the back. So yeah, after that happens, you see Vicus coming up and saying, Good luck, Azuku, my son. Good luck on your adventure. Be safe out there. Remember what I told you. Of course, Vicus. I'll remember all that which you've taught me, and I'll make sure every last one of those lessons will not go to waste. Good. And remember, my son, don't be foolish. Do not be arrogant. Those things will get you killed. Yes, Father. I promise. I'll stay true to my word. I will not allow my arrogance, nor my anger, or anything else interfere with my judgment. I promise. Good. I bid you farewell, young Izuku. Deacon. May our paths meet again one day. Yes, may our paths meet again one day. As Izuku whips the horses, and the horses just start get going. As they move off and the gates shut. As Vicus looks out to the gates closing up. Those two. Those two are troublemakers. As one of the seniors say, aren't they though? As one of the Draconian Knights saying, I'm gonna miss them. They were pretty good sparring partners. Alright, everyone, enough bickering. Back to what you were doing. I'm sure that they're gonna message us once they get to their new place, so let's not have worry. Have faith that they will survive. As all the people say, yeah! As they all get going back to what they were doing. So as we see and Deacon and Izuku traveling the road looking for so since they're like hunters, Deacon is like a hunter too. So Azuku is classified as a high tier A rank hunter. So a classified high rank A hunter level 10 A rank. A level 10 A ranker gets pretty good gold, like 100 gold, all of that stuff that I just said. So yeah, they head out to other villages as when they get across to another village, you see a gigantic warp gate as the gate warps them to another village. And this one, it's a crossover to another universe. As I said, as Zuko said, what just happened? Oh, we must have crossed over into another universe. Wait, that can happen? Inside of his head. Yes, kid, that happens a lot. Sometimes a lot of other people travel into other universes, and that's how it works with warp gates. So that people don't have to experience traveling through time and space to get to the other universe, which is why I had the warp gates in place. You didn't find a warp gate, so you just went inside of a normal wormhole. Oh, Deacon, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I just, had something on my mind, that was all. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. Okay? Okay, if you say so. As they're in the Hunter universe. If you don't know, this Hunter universe is run over by monsters, mythical monsters, creatures, and just overall populated by monsters and all that. And the Hunters are like plague doctor costumes that are like Old West, a double barrel shotgun, just like weapons like firearms. So yeah, and hunters are allowed to keep the weapons that they get. They're allowed to bring weapons from other universes into the other. But sometimes, not all the time. But for A rankers, totally. So yeah. So, as when Azuku gets there, he sees that there's this town being terrorized by these monsters. As he takes up like 7 quests. The first one was to take down 8 Wendigos or Skinwalkers. Take down 8 Skinwalkers within 2 miles. The second one was to take down a giant. Did I say 7? I think I said 7. So yeah, that's the second one. The third one is to demolish any witch within the area of around 8 miles. The the fourth one was to hunt down and track any other like monsters within the surviving area. And I think that's the missions that I can come up with now. So never mind the 7, I think that's what I'm going to work with. So the Wendigo or Skinwalker one is like, the reward is around 117 silver and gold. And these Wendigos or Skinwalkers. These skinwalkers are tough. They are absolute monsters and beasts in strength. So yeah, and Deku has ran into a couple of skinwalkers before, and he is pretty proficient in like taking down a skinwalker. But these skinwalkers are like elder skinwalkers. These ones are more smarter, more cunning than others. The witches, of course, they're smart. They have plagues. They can like summon monsters. They can summon other things like the undead and all that. These witches are very powerful in their own right, and the giant that they're looking for is absolutely massive. I'll get to it in a little bit. So yeah. So hang on. Let me just pause real quick. They gotta take down this skinwalker. And I just got a few ideas for the seventh. So yeah, they gotta take down for the giant quest. They gotta take down two giants instead of one. These two giants are massive. So yeah. So the skinwalkers are generally like this. They have like that salt and pepper look on their fur. The salt and pepper look on their fur. So they're pretty old. So they have that salt and pepper look, that white and black shade. So yeah. So they take on this quest, and the people are very thankful that two A rank hunters have come to help. So the first time when they encounter a skinwalker, it's in the dead of night and it's raining and thundering. So when they come across their first skinwalker, they see that it's very cunning and smart, watching them from a distance. Azuku. Alright. Deacon. Yes? I want you to go over there. Throw something, make some noise. Why? I want to see how the skinwalker will take to this weird attitude. I have to judge it from what it's gonna do. Normally, most young skinwalkers would just run up to you and just start slashing and gnawing at you. Since you're pretty durable and you have tough scales, I doubt that this skinwalker will be able to hurt you at all. Smart. Alright. As Deacon goes over to like the area that he pointed, it's like a little field covered in tall grass, but it's not too tall to the point where it's like, oh my god, I can't see anything. You know that little scene from Jurassic Park? It's not to the point where it's tall like, oh my god, I can't see anything. Where am I? Which direction is it? Where, what? Yeah, it's not like that, no. It's like up to your, like, it's up to your waist. So yeah. As Deacon starts like waving his arms around, screaming, slashing all over the place, punching the ground, just like throwing rocks, ripping trees out of the ground, just like screaming and like all that stuff. Like he's just making noise, making like racket. You can other skinwalkers hear the noise and come rushing in. Two younger skinwalkers come like rushing in with incredible speed. They both come running in, like screaming like animals. They come running in, and Deacon just grabs the both of them by the skulls. You see, like they grab him by the skull, like right here on the skull, in between the two antlers. He grabs him right here in between the eyes, puts his pinky finger and his thumb inside of the sockets, grabs him with the pinky, grabs him in like a pretty good grip with the pinky and the thumb, and then the rest of his fingers are flat on the top of the head of the both of the skinwalkers, and once he gets a good grip with his pinky finger and his thumb, he just like tightens his grip, throws them up in the air, and just starts bringing their heads down and smashes their skull in. As he smashes their skull, he smashes their skulls in, by crushing them on the ground as he brings their skulls down to the ground. And you just hear this loud crunch as you hear like three other calls. So that's two skinwalkers down. I said 7, so 2 skinwalkers down, 7 more. That leaves I would say wait. That leaves 6 more, right? 2 skinwalkers down, 7. So hang on here. So that would leave like 5 skinwalkers left. So one elder skinwalker that was enraged comes out, and this skinwalker has impressive strength and speed. Like I said, the effect of the Veltramites are in this universe. The effect of the Veltramites, the older you are, the stronger and faster and more experienced you are. So this skinwalker elder was pretty foolish. He didn't have like good judgment. After all, it's a skinwalker. What skinwalker has judgment? So this skinwalker, enraged, just comes rushing out of the forest and just hits Deacon with a mighty scratch on his chest, as it actually dents his scales and actually leaves a scratch mark on his chest. As Izuku, Dick, no! As he comes running in, he grabs the elder skinwalker by the head, trying to snap its neck. But the skinwalker actually reaches behind him and grabs him by the back of the head, flipping him over and pushing him on his back, having the gigantic hand over his chest, looking to scratch out his eyes. As Izuku puts out his hands and grabs the skinwalker's hand, interlocking his fingers with the skinwalker's, and starts to slowly crush the skinwalker's fingers. The skinwalker tries to scratch at Izuku with the other, trying to release his hand, but he keeps his grip, as the skinwalker gets a lucky scratch and scratches out one of his eyes, but not really, as we're gonna see. He screams out in pain as he starts crushing it faster and faster. The skinwalker is starting to get desperate, so he tries to scratch at his body, scratching at any vulnerable points. He goes for a jab. He goes for like a jabbing strike with his fingers and tries to like impale Izuku with his finger. Izuku grabbing his finger with his other hand, snapping both fingers in half. The skinwalker actually just roars in absolute pain. Izuku grabs his arm and snaps it. The skinwalker, in absolute pain, tries to run off, but Izuku, with incredible speed as well, catches up and tackles the skinwalker, taking him down and starting to put him in like a headlock. Putting him in a headlock, he starts to slowly crush the creature's windpipe and starting to crush and crush and crush it until to the point where he has a good grip. And then he grabs him by the horn, and the other horn, he grabs his left horn with the right hand, and with the left hand, he grabs the right horn. He quickly turns both horns to the direction, and then you just hear a nasty snap of the skinwalker's neck. You hear a nasty crunch and a snap of the skinwalker's neck as the skinwalker just falls down with the creature's jaw hanging loose. Izuku casts fire on the beast's body and burns the other 2 skinwalkers' bodies as well, as the 2 skinwalkers' soul comes barreling out, as Izuku just grabs both of the souls and the other skinwalker's soul as well, and he crushes both of them in his hand, killing the spirits. As that's where I'm going to leave it off, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you love my videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell any other friends or family to watch my videos. Until the next time, bye-bye.